Gates Notes Lessons in Life Saving from Brazil. What the biggest country in South America can teach the world about healthcare. Lessons in Life Saving from Brazil by Bill Gates, computer guy turned health guy from gatesnotes.com. I've been a big fan of Brazil for a while. I've been a big fan of Brazil for a while. I've been a big fan, grande fã. Faz tempo que eu já sou grande fã do Brasil. Wow. I first visited back in 1995 when Microsoft was building out our operations there. Was building out our operations there. Eu primeiramente visitei lá atrás, em 1995, quando a Microsoft estava desenvolvendo a nossa operação lá, including working with one of the national banks to launch home banking. But it wasn't until I began working in public health that I started appreciating just how impressive the country's track record in this area is and how much the rest of the world could learn from it. The highlights, os destaques, the partes mais importantes, ou parte que uma pessoa quer que você focar, ou partes mais chocantes, pode ser estatística, pode ser replay, como no sports, né, no TV, no ESPN. The highlights from Bill Gates. Gates notes on healthcare in Brazil. Measurable improvements in health outcomes. Resultos. In roughly 3 decades, Brazil has cut maternal mortality by nearly 60%, slashed under 5-year-old child mortality by 75%, far outpacing global trends, and increased life expectancy by almost a decade. Outpacing, ultrapassar ou superar os trends globais é muito, de muito. Outpacing, superar, ultrapassar. How? Spoiler. Democracy and public spending on healthcare outreach. Public spending. Spending on outreach. Spending on outreach. Gastos em divulgação. Outreach, divulgação. But promising and delivering are very distinct. So, at the turn of the century, the government accelerated its efforts and took steps to close the gaps in its healthcare system, including a dramatic increase in healthcare spending, particularly with the expanding the size and scope of its community health workers program to close the gaps. Fechar a lacuna. Fechar, to close, a lacuna, the gaps, or CHWs. After a successful pilot program in Ceará, today Brazil has over 286,000 CHWs who serve almost 2/3 of the population. That's almost 160 million people. In Brazil, CHWs act as the front door to the world's largest universal free public healthcare system. Basically, they are key in distributing healthcare to those who most need it. Persisting challenges. Of course, despite all the progress that's been made in recent decades, Brazil still faces challenges. Financial crises and austerity budgets have led to cuts in healthcare spending, for example, and there are still districts where poorer residents have no access to CHWs. But Brazil's healthcare system does not have to be perfect to serve as proof of what happens when a country invests strategically in care for its most vulnerable. The returns are often far-reaching and life-changing. Far-reaching, far-reaching, com alcance longo. Alcance longo. Os retornos com frequência são de alcance longo e mudança de vida, or mudar a vida. Resonating example to the world. That's not to say any country can or should replicate Brazil's approach exactly, since no two countries are alike or the same. But with the right mix of investment and innovation, Brazil has made great strides in becoming a healthier place for its people. Já fez pulas ou avanços grandes em ser ou virar lugar mais saudável pelo seu próprio povo. That is the end of my highlights of the Gates Notes, Lessons in Life-Saving from Brazil by Bill Gates from December 12th, 2023. It's supposed to be a 4-minute read. I'll check to see quanto tempo durou para mim. Gates Notes. Let me do this next. Minutes 30 seconds, almost exactly. I am an average reader. How can we do this now? Gates Notes.